Hey polish fans, it's Caroline again and welcome to another video here at Wildflower Lacquer. In today's video, we are going to be doing some more unboxings, but we are also going to be going over where I've been because I have taken another, as you may or may not have noticed, a long hiatus from the channel. So we'll talk about that and maybe see if I can figure out along the way what the future of the channel is going to be going forward, because this is like the third major stall out that I've had, I think, this year, or at least within the last 12 months. So we're going to go over that. We're going to look at some polish. We have, I think, one of the For the Love of Polish boxes, an order from Little Box of Horrors. I have, I think, the last order that I got from Wildflower Lacquer before they closed for 2024. They are rebranding to Royally, I think, for 2025. And then I got my Mooncat Star Wars polishes that we're going to take a peek at. And then, of course, if we have time, I have a bunch more that I need to unbox as well. So before we get started, let's go ahead and see what is on my short little nails at the moment. On my left hand is Tonic nail polishes Taffeta. This is a beautiful linear hollow that has this gorgeous berry base. It does have some shifts to it, as you can see there around the edges. It goes to like an orange. It is very, very pretty. The hollow, of course, as always, comes out to play in direct lighting. So in indirect lighting, the hollow is not as visible, but it is still a beautiful color. Then on my right hand is another Tonic. This one is called Necromantic, and this one is more of a blackened base that has this larger particled and smaller particled like UP type pigment. So it goes from red to green to gold, has beautiful shifts, and it's nice and dark and vampy. So another beautiful one from Tonic. All right, let's go ahead and dig in. All right, so for the last few haul videos that I did late summer, early fall, I was doing a lot of big unboxings because I was needing to catch up. And I kept saying, I'll do swatches, I'll do swatches. The thing is I ended up with like 2 boxes of polishes that I was supposed to be doing that for, and no motivation to swatch because I had already filmed something about them. So like I said, sort of got backlogged with that. So when you have 2.5 polish to swatch, it can get very overwhelming, especially when the reason why I was overwhelmed in the first place was so much polish. And I think that's what happened again. So we're looking at more polish, like I've said before. It hasn't stopped me from buying some polish, but in any case, the first thing we're looking at for today is For the Love of Polish. I don't even know what month this is from. Holy moly. April of this year. These poor bottles have been sitting there for almost a year. That's how behind I am. So, polished for days, we have Merengue. Is that Merengue? It is a soft pink with this larger either glass fleck or maybe a micro flaky in there. You can see it going from orange to gold. There's a pinch of green. Very cute and iridescent. This is probably going to be very light on the nails. And then Polish's contribution is Lolly. This one is a flake again. I want to say there's a couple of different kinds of flakes in here, this time in a lighter purple. This one is probably going to be fairly light on the nails as well, although because it is a purple, this one has a stronger chance of me really liking it. Now, in case you don't know, For the Love of Polish is a subscription box that you can subscribe to. Every month, they will send you a duo of polishes from Polished for Days and Polish. I think it might be the only one I still have a subscription for because I like both of the brands. But in any case, I think Merengue, I might end up just destashing. I just don't wear light colors like this. As you can see, very much into the darker ones lately, basically since about spring. So even in the spring, I wasn't really wearing the softer pinks, at least not for very long. But I will hold on to it for the time being and see if I can't swatch it, see if I can't try it. Could look cute over another color as well. And then, of course, Polish's Lolly is a purple. I'm a purple fan. We're holding on it to that. I don't know why I turned this into a destash video, but there you go. Okay, next up we're doing the polish haul from Wildflower. So if you didn't know, they have shut down, not to stop making polish, but because they are rebranding. So they did have sort of a final hurrah in November, I think. They were going to do some restocks of colors that they had previously released that people wanted from the Wildflower brand before they shut down. And I only grabbed 2. I think already in the throes, yeah, November 4th was when I placed the order, already in the throes of being overwhelmed by all of the sales, all of the releases, and all of the upcoming Black Friday stuff, and just everything in general. So I only got 2. I do find it easier to behave when I am overwhelmed because I do not have the mental space, or if I have a dinner plate in front of me and it's already loaded, I do not have room for anything else. Even if I like something else on the table, there's no room on my plate, if that makes sense to anybody. But in any case, I only got 2 polishes. Like I said, I found it easier to say no because I was already overwhelmed. I already had my plate full, but we got some goodies that were included. This is like a little snowflake squishy and then a Christmas keychain. Then, which colors did I get? It's been a while. I have forgotten. Ooh, okay, no, never mind. I remember exactly one of the ones that I was sure to grab. Yep, okay, I remember. It's all coming back to me. Okay, first and foremost, this had been on my wish list from Wildflower since they released it. I do not remember when it was released. That's the thing. I just remember hearing about it after the fact, and everybody was absolutely gaga for this polish, and I didn't have it, and I was sad about it. This one is That an Ascot? So this is part of their winter rewind for 2024, and I had to get this. Had to get this. This is a purple base, but it is jam-packed full of this slightly larger particled shifting shimmer. It's one of my favorite types of polishes. As you can see, there's a lot of gold, there's a lot of green, there's shifts to orange as well. There's also a blue in here that I can see in certain lights. And from the pictures that I was seeing of everybody's, there's that blue, of everybody's swatches of this, it is such a gorgeous, gorgeous shifter. So had to get That an Ascot? Very happy that I have that one. That's not going anywhere, by the way. And neither is this one. This one is Panda Painter 2.0. Again, part of their winter rewind for 2024. I do have the original. This one I think came out in polish pickup. Panda Painter 1, that is. If it wasn't polish pickup, it might have been maybe HHC or another box. I'm hesitating now. I'm not 100% sure, but she did come out with a 2.0 so that she could re-release it, and it is a beautiful purple polish with a very strong blue shift and some hollow bits in it. It is absolutely beautiful. This is one of the polishes, at least in the original version, that I did really, really enjoy, so I had to grab a backup in its 2.0. So that was Panda Painter 2.0. Again, not going anywhere. But yeah, so where was I? Full plate and all of that. So I think at this point, I'm not doing the swatching. I tried it like 2 months ago. I started to do them. I came into my studio and I set up a swatch filming session with the Cleona Cosmetics, and I swatched 20 polishes, which I, in hindsight, now know was way too much to bite off in one go. It makes for too long of a video to try to edit for me, especially in the state of overwhelm that I have been. So that was a bad idea, and I have been sitting on that video in its like 1/5 edited status since then. So, so this is the little box of horrors. I've never gotten a sticker with them before, but look at that, moon and sun. That's very, very pretty. So this is from October, and I got, again, 2 polishes, just 2 polishes. But yeah, so that was my first mistake, I think, was biting off more than I could chew right from the get-go when I wanted to start the swatches. Because like I said, I have like 3 boxes of polishes that I need to swatch. And since I was already in a state of being overwhelmed, biting off that much was not a good choice on my part. Not only that, as I was trying something else, I was trying to do more than my usual swatches. I was trying to film multiple viewpoints and angles, and then do a voiceover, and yeah. Again, bad options or choices on my part, considering I was already overwhelmed. So 20 was too many. Then I've also been working on writing a manuscript since what was that, like 2 years ago, I think I started writing, or a year and a half, something like that. Time is a funny thing. It was either a year ago or 2 years ago, but that manuscript had sat at like 35,000 words for a good part of a year with me and not even looking at it because I was trying to come back to nail polish. Then when nail polish got overwhelming, all of a sudden writing was all I could think about. So as of today, I am almost at 74,000 words. So progress, yay, on something. But yeah, that is what I have been focusing more on lately, which means I haven't had the mind space to come and even look at polish, let alone try to film or edit. And again, I only had the one video, and that video was another thing of overwhelming. So, okay, how many times can I say that? Maybe I should put a word counter up. Anyways, the two polishes that I got from the little box of horrors. The first one is Lily Pad Lacquer, and this is Paprika from the month of October. And you guys, look at this beauty. So this has sort of a rusty base going on and a ton of different kinds of flakies and other particles. I think there's hollow. This is like a confetti in a bottle. This is so gorgeous. Let's take a peek at this on the brush. So yeah, progress on the writing front, which is nice. That'll be my first manuscript that I get up to like book level word count, or at least the beginnings of. Yeah, look at all that. That rust base is so pretty. I think the low count of a word count for a short book is like 70,000, so I'm at least there, and I'm not done. I still have to write the last third to a quarter of the book, so that's, again, exciting. Next up, I got Victorian varnish. This is Bark Once for Yes, Twice for No, and this is another very, like, sort of fall with rainbows. It has a rusty base. I think that one is like a rusty multichrome base because you can see some shifts to it. There's like a green and a gold. It has larger flakes and hollow as well. So let's go ahead and take a peek at this on the wand. There you can see this one I think is going to be a little bit more opaque simply because it is not just particles. There is that sort of a multichrome shimmer base to it. But yeah, both are very pretty. You can tell I was in a mood for a certain color when I was shopping Little Box of Horrors. But that was Victorian varnish, Bark Once for Yes, Twice for No. Neither of those are going anywhere, that's for sure. So yeah, so writing is where my attentions have been focused, which has, of course, left me with nothing to post on my channel. And I have been trying to give it some thought because, like I said, I didn't go into whenever it was I posted my last video and be like, I am taking a break. It wasn't planned by any means. Definitely not for this long. And I kept thinking, okay, next week I'll try, next week I'll try, next week I'll try, I'll try filming next week, blah, 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 blah. Repeat after me over and over. And it just kept happening. So I'm not sure where that leaves me because I'm still rather unfocused when it comes to this, especially sitting and spending so long doing the swatching or doing harder for me to edit videos. And I don't want to just do stuff that you guys aren't interested in, stuff that the audience isn't interested in. So I don't know. I'm not sure where this will go. As you can see, my brain is still scattered in that regard. So I guess we'll just have to see where that goes. Obviously I still love nail polish. It's not like I dislike it or anything like that. I have been painting my nails at least a few times a month. Again, still one color on each hand. That has been my go-to for quite some time now. All right, next up we are taking a peek at the colors that I got from Mooncat's release for their collab with Star Wars. And I ended up grabbing 4 of them. It was very tempting to grab the entire collector's box because I have liked Star Wars since I was a kid. It is very nostalgic for me. It's something that has been around for a very long time. I like the universe. I like the lore. I will say the more complicated it gets with Disney adapting every single thing into a TV show has gotten very difficult to keep tabs on. I've definitely lost count of a lot of the different shows, but at its core, I still do enjoy the themes and the movies and, you know, especially the classics. So I was really excited to see a Star Wars box. And like I said, I was very tempted to grab the entire collector's box. The theme is not just Star Wars, it is specifically Star Wars The Dark Side. So the box that it came in was a big Darth Vader helmet. So that would have been very cool, but I had to remind myself I don't do much with that special packaging. It's not like I have a shelf to display them on in any of my rooms. I would just have it and then what? And there were a few in the collection that I wasn't head over heels with. So again, I tried to behave and I only got the ones that I really, really wanted. So the first one that I got is called Imperial Stormtrooper. This is one of the magnetics. There were a lot of magnetics in the collection. And here we go. So this one is very special because it's also a thermal. I'm trying to remember if other brands have come out with a thermal and magnetic before, but this I think is the first one in my collection and is like a dark gray to a lighter gray thermal with a silver magnetic pole. So this was one I was very excited to try, especially because, hello, I'm into wearing the darker colors lately. I thought this would be very fun to try. So that first one was Imperial Stormtrooper, the first magnetic / thermal that Mooncat has released. Okay, this next one I was super excited about. I think if I only had gotten one, it would have been this one. So this one is called A Galaxy Far Away, and this one is just rainbows on top of rainbows with the flakes in it, and it's another magnetic. You guys, this is so pretty. So this time the magnetic pole is sort of this blue to purple. I think there's other shifts in it. You can see those there along the edges. Plus it's got a ton of different kinds of flakies in it. This is right up my alley. Like I said, if I only picked one, it probably would have been this one. Obviously, I didn't only pick the one, but this one was definitely at the top of my list of the ones that caught my eye for sure. So that one was A Galaxy Far Away. Next up is a Sparkle Bomb. I've been seeing a ton of people post their swatch pictures of this one and everyone loves it. This one is Star Destroyer and this one is silver flakes and a ton of sparkle. I can't wait to see this one on the nail and out in daylight, out in different lighting situations. There's a hollow particle in there, like a hollow micro glitter, plus a very pale blue there around the edges. So this one is very pretty. I love the intense silverness to this. It is very pretty. And like I said, everyone's swatch pictures of this, they've just been like amazed by it. So really excited to try that one. That one is Star Destroyer. And then the last one that I got is another magnetic. Like I said, I think the majority of the polish in that collection was a magnetic. This one is a darker color, and this one is called Scum and Villainy. So this one is a dark charcoal to dark brown or a blackened base. You have that copper fleck in it, and then a beautiful coppery magnetic pole that does shift to silver. Am I seeing that right? Like a silvery gold? And green. Okay, I'm seeing green there along the edges. You see where that gold is? There's definitely green. Oh yeah, that is so pretty. So the last one from the Star Wars collection is Scum and Villainy, at least of the ones that I got. And then I did go ahead and grab one more polish that had been on my wish list when I realized I did not have any oranges from the brand. So this one is called Whiskey Sunrise, and this is a perfect fall color. Although even with my fall colors, man, lately I've been leaning very dark. But in any case, this one is a very beautiful orange and it's very shifty. Again, a lot of people's swatches that I saw of this were very pretty. Look at all the colors that you're seeing around the edges there. You've got a dark green. I'm even seeing like a pinch of blue along the edge. There's gold. Of course, the blaze of that coppery orange at the face. Absolutely beautiful. Very happy I got Whiskey Sunrise finally in my collection. So that is what I got for the Mooncat Star Wars release, and I skipped their lunar sale. I did not get anything for their lunar sale. Again, I was overwhelmed by everything, so I just skipped everything. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and just cut it off there so that I don't overwhelm myself again with a longer video to edit. there we had the For the Love of Polish box, Wildflower Lacquer's last release of 2024, Little Box of Horrors, and Mooncat. So where does that leave Wild Moon Lacquer, my channel? Like I said, I've been trying to think about that, and I think at least for now, when I am posting, it's probably only going to be a couple of times a week, because I think that was the other part that I think I overdid it on, is I instantly went back to doing 3, or at least trying to do 3 videos a week a bit too quickly. So I think I'm going to start by trying to do 1 or 2 a week, and shorter ones like this one. Hopefully I can edit this one nice and easily and get it posted. But again, part of what I don't want to do is just do hauls. I didn't want that to be all I did on my channel, was just haul for you guys, and that has been the majority of what I've been doing. So if you guys have any suggestions or ideas of short little things that I could do that you guys would want to see me do, let me know down below. I'm always open to suggestions. I'm just probably going to stay away from the actual swatches, at least for the time being, because I, at this point, have too many spots. I have my collection that is organized. I have my rack that I'm trying to work off of. I have stuff I haven't added to my collection, and then I have stuff that I haven't added to my collection and I haven't swatched. There's just too many areas to have polish, and too many sections where polish can get lost. So, and that's not including the unfinished project that I have of that huge estate haul of nail polish. So yeah. If you have any short, easy things that you want me to do, let me know down below. I do apologize for just dropping off the face of the earth. But yeah, hopefully you guys have been having a good end of 2024. I think we're just going to close it out there, and I will see you in the next video.